Hey everybody, welcome to Brooks and Hooks Fishing. We're going to talk about fluorocarbon today, fluorocast, different types of fishing line, and some problems I've had in the past. We're going to start out with string. It's called fluorocast. That is 6-pound test. I was out fishing one day and would set the hook, my line broke. So I reeled in, tried to retie several different times, and every time I tried to retie, my line kept breaking, and I couldn't figure out why. So I thought I had, maybe several different spools of line in my boat that were just bad. So when I got home that day, I started testing my fishing line to see what was good and what was bad. Then I found a little bit of something out about fluorocarbon. Okay, 6-pound test, string, tie a little knot in it, pull, breaks. So every time I was trying to tie my knot, I was pulling on it, and I guess I didn't have it lubricated right or something, but anyhow, it broke every time. So we're going to move up to, this is 8-pound string, fluorocast. We're going to do the same thing, tie a little knot, and it breaks. A little bit harder to break, but it does break. And if you've ever been out fishing, it's almost guaranteed that you're going to get a knot in your line sometime during the day. Okay, we're going to move up the string, 10-pound. Tie the knot, maybe. There we go. Pull, and it breaks. As we move up, it's a little bit tougher to break. Now I know if I take this line like this, just try to pull without a knot, it doesn't break. But when we tie our knots onto our hooks, we've got to be real careful on how we do it, because it will break. If you were to get a knot when you cast, it could break when you set the line, set the hook. Okay, we're going to go to string. This is mono. Now string mono has a little bit of stretch to it. This is 6-pound test. I'm going to tie the knot. It will break, I think. There we go. It just stretches a little bit more. So with the fluorocarbon, it doesn't have much stretch, so when it gets a knot or kind of kinked on something when you're fishing, it breaks a lot easier. And we're going to move up to Grand Slam. This is a 10-pound test. And this one says fluorocarbon coated. So it's made a little bit different. Put a knot in it. It broke. A little bit harder to break though. So we'll try Trilene. It's XT, extra tough, 10-pound test. It's a mono. And I probably could tell you before I even start. This one isn't going to break. I'm going to cut this one because it already has a knot in it where I tested it, tried to break it. Tie a knot in it. And you want to be very careful trying to do this at home, but I like to test all my line anymore after I found this out. I'm not going to break that one. But if you pull too hard, it will cut your hands. Okay, this one here is Berkeley Trilene. It's 100% fluorocarbon. It's 10-pound test. I'm going to try it. First of all, I've got to get a knot tied. And I guess I did tie the knot, I just kept dropping the line. Let's do that again. That one broke. Now this is a 10-pound test. trilene. These are all good fishing lines. They all have their place and purpose in fishing. I'm not saying anything bad about any of them. I'm just explaining what I found out myself about fluorocarbon, because it doesn't stretch. And this is 100% Bass Pro XPS fluorocarbon, 12 pound. I'm gonna cut this one because I have tested this one before. And I'm pretty sure this one's not, I'm not gonna be able to break this one. So what I'm suggesting is, if you tie a leader, or even if you don't tie a leader and just use this on your reel, is to move up to at least 12 pound and fluorocarbon, and that way you don't have the possibility of, when you set the hook, breaking the line and losing a fish, because I know that's always disappointing when you lose the fish. The line breaks and you wonder, you know, was it me? Was it the line? Did I catch it on something? So I hope this helped you out a little bit. I tied leaders on all of my braided line. I use braided line on all of my fishing reels, and I use different braiding line. This is strand, and this is one of my favorites here. This is a Power Pro. It's Super 8 Slick B2. Very smooth casting. I don't think I have found a braided line that I didn't like. I just like some better than others. But we'll move on here in a few minutes on how to tie a knot to the braided line. I use what is called an FG knot. I like it very much, and it's very smooth. It slides through the eyes of the reel very good. I'll show you here. I've got a couple. This is a bait caster. I've got strand white on this one, and I have tied an FG knot on. I usually use anywhere from 6 maybe to 8 feet of line. I'm going to get up and show this real close. There's the knot. That is an FG knot. It is very smooth and goes through your eyes really good. And like I said, I tie it on just about all of my lines. Braided line, I can use it for almost the whole year without changing. And if I use other types of line, then I have to change more often. There's another one that I have, and it looks like it's all tangled up here. Drop shot. I use this one for smallmouth. When I was up at Lake St. Clair, it doesn't look like I'll be able to go this year with all the problems we're having with the coronavirus. But I tie a knot on this one. I'm going to pull it up here and try to show it to you. But with using braided line, it lasts longer, so you don't have to change as much. It's more expensive, I know that. We'll get real close for this one. You see that knot? And they're very strong. And here in a few minutes, I'll show you how to tie that knot. Okay, next, I made this. I know a lot of people's going to laugh at me about this. I took a piece of 2x4, cut me a couple of round pieces of wood. I cut slits in them, and I got it kind of slanted to the middle. And I use this to tie my FG knot. I've got a little sticky stuff on the bottom. Press it on my table there. I take my braided line. This is the end that's going to be cut off. And I wrap it around and try to tie it. And the reason I built this thing here is because my hands are terrible at trying to tie knots. And like I said, this is the end that's going to be cut off. Then I pull it out a little ways so where it gives me a little point like that. And I wrap this several times. Just so it holds like that. Then I take my fluorocarbon. I'm hoping you can see this. Kind of set the fluorocarbon in my lap, kind of sit on it so it doesn't pull out. And I got that pulled way too much there. Got a knot in that. We don't want any knots in our life. Okay, and I just take and I just wrap it. One side, then the other. One side, then the other. I do that over and over. I do it about 20 times myself. Then when I come over to this side, I tie a simple knot, pull down tight, and I do it again, same direction if I can. Okay, I keep that side on. That's the main line. This is the part that's going to be cut off. And I take it and I make 2 ties with that onto the main line again, same direction as was going with the other one. Something very important at the very end, which I've done many times, is make sure you cut off the right line. And there is your FG knot. Very nice. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it does help you out a little bit. And we're out of here for now. I hope to see you on the water. Have a great day.